Hi everyone, Matthew of Mr. Domestic here to teach all of you how to make what I'm calling the Hands of Pride Raw Edge Applique panel. I originally designed this with the 6 colors in the traditional gay pride flag, but then I added and reworked it the black and brown colors, which are represented in the Philadelphia pride flag created in 2017 to identify the fact that even within queer spaces, the black and brown voices were minimized, and advocacy work showing how important it is to make sure even in queer spaces to amplify melanated voices. And today, of all days, is the 51st anniversary of the Stonewall riots, and had a black trans activist named Marsha P. Johnson not thrown that first brick to say enough is enough, I wouldn't be married today. I wouldn't have a kid today. I wouldn't have any of the rights that I had today. So thank you, Marsha P. Johnson. Your legacy lives on, as well as all of the other trans and queer activists that helped make my rights a possibility. So these are the supplies that you will need to complete a finished Philadelphia Pride Hands of Pride panel. These are the supplies. So it's a rainbow of colors. I have all 8 that are represented in the Philadelphia Pride flag. I have a 21 by 21 inch square. And then I have pre-printed these out. And I'll show you right here how it was printed. Just cut them to size 8.5 by 11. Needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of this. And this is the heavy duty fusible interfacing right here. And then the next thing is to just follow this diagram where the colors are and fuse these to the fabric before we cut them out. So the first thing we will need are these 2. And just be aware when you look at the template, it's going to be the reverse, since the fusible's on here, and it will be the bottom once it's fused to the fabric. Then with this, since it's 2 hands on one, I'll go ahead and cut it with a rotary cutter that's dedicated to fabric paper. Then I'll start with this one. So put the textured side up, like so. And I'll have the exact measurements of fabric that you will need, but I generally just grab like fabric that I've already been cutting on, because this helps me waste less fabric, and then just iron it per the instructions. Go ahead and take this. Let's see how this wastes less fabric, especially with solids. Solids are easy to use scraps for. And then now from this, I like to use a micro serrated scissors. This is a Tim Holtz one that I got from Fat Quarter Shop. Karen K. Buckley also has a couple different sizes, but it just grips everything better. So I use these only for raw edge applique. Allows for a precise cut. Like so. And now we have one hand ready. The only final thing that you would do before affixing it is to remove the paper. Like so. And then this is the sticky side. So when this is removed, just make sure to not have this around heat or it will affix to whatever you've got. And so now I will do the other 7 hands off camera and come back and show you how to place it on the fabric panel. So now I have all the hands cut out. And now it's time to fuse them all to the panel of fabric right here. I don't have like a diagram or a map for it, but I'll show you how I do it. Just gonna fold this in half. Then I'm gonna create a center horizontal and a center vertical, almost like an axis, so I can use it as a grid to put these down similar to this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like close enough is fine. Okay, so boom, ta-da. And now I'm gonna do the same thing to this. And then now, after this is creased, I'll use this to guesstimate where it goes until it looks right. So just follow the transparency of it. So I'm going to put down the orange first. And see how where that crease is, kind of having it match up right there. And the next one, green, only has a little bit right there. Ta-da. Then brown. This is fun. Like so. And then purple thumbs up. Like that. And honestly, that's pretty fly. I really like it. So now I'm just going to heat it. I'm going to set it with the steam iron, following the instructions in the interfacing that you are using. And then if you read those instructions, go ahead and put it in the comments, because I don't think I've ever read them. And then with this one, this is the heavy duty fusible. This will not move. It won't fray. This is for this kind of raw edge applique where you're not going to have any sewing on it. If you're going to have sewing on raw edge applique or any kind of applique that you want it to fray a little bit, like for texture, then go ahead and get the lightweight one. That's the one you'd want to use. This is really gorgeous. It's definitely an upgrade from the original Pride design. Glad that I added the black and brown to account for those voices even being minimized within the queer spaces. And I can't wait to see you all make your own version. So yay, I hope you all enjoyed this. It's a pretty simple project once you have all of the supplies and you know how to cut it out and put it together. And in honor of today being the anniversary of the Stonewall riots, I would like to ask all of you, until I make a pattern, if you download the free template below in the description, if you are able to donate money to what I'm linking below to the Okra Project, which is a cooperative and collaborative organization to help further Black trans rights. So happy Pride, everyone. Thank you for being a part of my journey, as always, and I really do appreciate all of you. Happy Pride, and keep it positive. Mr. Domestic out.